Evening, y'all. I am out here on my porch winding down from a very, very productive, engaging weekend. I want to take some time just to relax on the porch. I was just in the house and I was like, I just want to go out and relax on the porch a bit while it's still daylight, it's peaceful, it's quiet. And as I was sitting out here just resting in the peace before I, transition to the next work week. Because we're often go, 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 go. I say it a lot. Produce, 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 go, go, go. And we never take just moments to breathe and just to settle ourselves and be at peace and be at one with self. And I just came outside. I didn't have anything, didn't have any phone. I intentionally left my phone in there. My camera, my iPad, I just decided to come get my iPad and speak to you after the thought came to me. But as I was sitting out here, just looking out at my neighborhood, my neighbors, the environment, I started to envision and dream what this next project, this big project. It feels overwhelming. It's so big. It's a God thing. It's a God dream, it's a God idea, it's a God thing. If it's really big and it feels beyond you and it feels heavy and overwhelming and scary, that's a God vision, that's a God dream. And so I've been wrestling with this thing for a while because it feels big. I get so excited when all the ideas come and it's dropped into me and I write it down. But sometimes it gets big, it gets overwhelming, it gets scary because it's beyond my capacity. And it's very easy to kind of put those big things aside and just focus on the easier things that you can accomplish within your capacity. But those dreams still sit. They still lie dormant deep within. And we just brush them to the side or we bury them deep and just go on with the everyday issues, the everyday challenges, the everyday goals, all that kind of stuff. Things that are outside of the dream. So as I was sitting here, it's a big tree across the street from me. And I was sitting here just remembering me, I'm envisioning I want a big, big, big tree. I want a big, big, big tree, huge tree, because I used to love climbing trees when I was a little girl. My great-grandma yard, my yard, anywhere it was a tree, I loved to climb trees and just sit in the tree and observe people, observe things that were in the tree, observe the sky, just very observant as a kid. And I love climbing trees. So I want a really, really big tree and, a lot of greenery and clean air and just dreaming some things up. And it came to me as I was sitting here, understanding that we often get intimidated by big, big God dreams. And it came to me very clearly, heard it very clearly, that even God dreamed. God dreamed, God had a vision, and then God created. So everything that we see, everything that we are, God dreamed it, God envisioned it, God created. And oftentimes we get the dream, we get the vision, it's too big, it feels overwhelming, we don't know how to get to it, we don't know how to accomplish it, we don't know how to get from what's in our head, what we see when our eyes are closed, to actually bringing it into fruition, to actually creating it. And so we stop, we get stuck, we get overwhelmed, it's too big, it's, not realistic, it's just beyond us. And we stop there and we don't bring it into fruition. We don't actually create the thing that we dream. We don't create the thing that we vision. And those things were gifts. They're gifts from God. It's things that He wants to produce through us and bring it into this world. Oh, and it just came back to me in this moment in my remembrance, the little boy at church, at the end of church. He was so hyped about this thing that he's creating. And he talked about how he's creating it now, this product he's creating right now. And he don't know how it's going to come together, but it's going to come together. And he's making it happen. And he's so excited about it. He's so stoked about it. And I didn't put 1 + 1 together into this very moment. But that little boy, it's the very thing that I be talking about all the time. Having that childlike faith, It's very difficult when you are older and you start experiencing life, and then you start putting limitations that you've picked up along the way throughout your life onto these dreams that you would have just went for when you were younger, until people start telling you, that's not possible and all that. And as I was relaxing here, after hearing that God dreamed it, God visioned it, but then he created, the next thing I seen was like a plane in the sky. At one point, that was somebody's dream. At one point, that was somebody's vision. But they didn't stop there, they created it. These houses, these neighborhoods, at one point, it was somebody's dream. At some point, it was somebody's vision. And then they created. Walt Disney World. I got my Mickey Mouse on. Walt Disney World. I love Mickey Mouse. I remember watching the documentary on how he came to be. I loved him since I was a little girl. At one point, it was Walt's dream. It was Walt's vision, and Walt created it. And the Mickey Mouse we know now was not the Mickey Mouse that he created when he first envisioned it, but he took what he had in here and he created, he produced, he brought that thing into this earth. He created. So I receive that. Oftentimes we receive messages for us first, and then we share it out to others. But I receive that because I too, even though I teach it because I also struggle with it. When you grow up having people place limits on you, you believe those limits. And so God's been taking me through this season of shedding limitations that don't belong to me. And any limits that you have is not limits that belong to you, because God doesn't limit us. We have our capacity and God has his capacity, but we're carrying limits and limitations and viewpoints and things that don't belong to us. So this was just another great reminder, just a gentle, loving reminder to nudge me out of fear and second guessing and, insecurity and not feeling like I can do it. Just doubting, just being doubtful, and just having this moment outside where it's like strengthening my faith by seeing the evidence of other folks' dreams that became a reality, that we're all benefiting from it. So I hope this helped y'all, because it helped me. It's all started with a dream. It was all a dream. It all started as a dream and a vision, and then it became somebody's reality, our reality. So creators create, okay? It does no one any good if it stays up here. Create, Michelle, create. Okay, y'all, that's it, that's all. That's a good message. I needed that for me. The world needs it. If God has given it to you, that means the world needs it. Take the pressure off. Take the pressure off. If he gave it to you, you don't have to figure it all out. I had to write that down when I was in church today. If he gave it to you, he don't need you to figure it all out. He already got it worked out. He just needs you to trust him and go. That's why I wrote it down. You just need to trust God and go. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Take all the dreams, take all the visions. I got tons of sticky notes everywhere, y'all. What I seen in the Michael Jackson movie this weekend, the same concept. It was just so beautiful to see. It was the same exact concept, y'all, where he has sticky notes all over his wall, and he would get the dreams, he would get the visions, he would get the melodies, he would get the sounds, he'd get the movements where his body couldn't sit still, and it will be all fragmented all over the place, and he'll piece that thing together. And when he pieced those pieces and parts of all these little gems and jewels that God dropped in his creative spirit, he put that thing together and created these masterpieces of art that we all still enjoy to this day. We enjoyed it then, we enjoy it now, and newer generations that never knew him when he was alive, never got to experience him when he was alive, are still being blessed and experience art, being blessed with his art that started as a dream, and they're experiencing what was in his head, what was in his soul, what was in his spirit, what was in his body, what was in his mind. So it starts with a dream, y'all. It starts with a dream. And if God has given you the dream, that means it's already done. That's the biggest thing. To understand, receive, and accept, and walk forward in power. It's already done. It's already done. He's just waiting for you to go. Waiting for you to go. He not scared. We scared. But it's already done. So I hope that encouraged y'all, because it definitely did for me. It's just a great reminder. It was a great reminder. And that movie was so good. And that was my biggest takeaway from that movie. His process of creating. As a creator myself, and these big things and feeling overwhelmed, I needed to see that. And I've been getting gentle, loving reminders that you got this. This is the process. You won't know all the answers. It will not all be lined up for you and laid out for you, and you won't know everything. You just need to go with what you have. You have enough to go forward. And I've been hearing this message over and over again. So that's confirmation. It's evidence. And that's all I need. That's all we need, y'all. So if you dream it, you can see it. Before you see it, it's on the way. It's on the way. So lock it in. Lock in. Document your evidence. Document your journey. And go from dreaming, envisioning, to creating and producing and bringing that thing into this world, because the world needs it. Okay, y'all. That's it. That's all. Have a wonderful evening. Have a restful evening. I hope y'all took some time off for yourself. This helped me a lot. And now I just gotta go. So that's what I'm about to do, y'all. I'm about to go. Whatever you do, find time for you to rest. To breathe. So you can dream. And once you're done dreaming, start creating and producing and bring that thing to fruition. You deserve it, and so do we. Can't wait to see what you create. Night, y'all. Live well.